huge, huge. And I was in there.
Do they kill their own food or they take it from somebody else? So he wasn't following you, hoping that you'd give him dinner.
Or be there.
Or be dinner.
I don't
Maybe
know.
be dinner.
I mean, he was awfully well behaved.
You're just curious.
He was curious. What are you doing in my territory? He wanted to know.
Did you exit quickly?
He was behind me, Donna.
No, you said there's a circle.
Well, it did. It went in a circle, but it stopped like right there. I couldn't go any further. I had to go back out.
And you followed him.
I followed him up. You know, but that's part of the shamanic reality, is that you make friends with things. You learn to relate to everything around you because you learn that that's safe. You know, that is not the scary path. The scary path is when you want to start killing things, and that's when the creatures get, they respond to that. And I'll tell you, when I turned around and saw Inalmai and not expecting it, I mean, that was like shocking. And fear did start to come up, but because I have the training that I do, I watched this is a Don Juan term, my assemblage point, which is the place of focus of my consciousness. I watched it continue to shift, and I said, don't go to fear, don't stop at fear. Please don't stop at fear. And it didn't. It kept going. And I just let it go because there was all kinds of energy moving inside of me because, I'm faced with this unknown in front of me, and energy's rising. It's like, what's going to happen here? What's going to happen here? And it didn't go into fear. It just kept spiraling. And finally, when it hit someplace inside, I started talking to it. And so I chatted with him. And the last thing I said was, it's like when I got to the point where I couldn't handle it anymore, I said, I want to go back now. And that's when he turned around. That's when he turned around and went back. And I was like, oh. Yeah.
So the shamanic way of handling beasts.
You relate to them with love, not fear.
Yeah.
That's hard to do sometimes.
Yeah, you practice on people.
Yeah.
Yeah. The animals are way easier.
Yeah. People are scarier sometimes.
Well, I think we're getting to the end of our 20 minutes here. Is that right?
I'm on the second one.
Oh, you are? Okay. Well, what else do you want me to say?
You're going to talk about the art in the other room is different? You said it's a different one.
It's not different, but it's like I was working something else out. Those are my star paintings in here.
Yeah.
Well, are these arranged in any kind of groups or?
No, like
No,
this
this
is.
is
No, they're not. There's no order here. No
What's the
chronological.
dog up here?
Oh, that's a cat. That's a cat.
Oh, it's a cat.
That's a cat. That was one of my beloved cats who died.
Oh.
Tiger Boy.
Do you have dates on them?
Yeah. Yeah, and they all have titles. I didn't put the titles on.
Christy, there's one in the kitchen that looks sort of like, I don't know, a mouse maybe?
Oh yeah, the rat.
A rat?
Yeah, it's a rat. Oh, that's interesting. I went to a workshop. I don't have any formal training, but I went to a workshop in New Mexico in 1999 because it was a woman who's very famous for process art, and that's what this is. And so I wanted to go and study.
What kind of art did you call it?
Process. So it's about the process rather than the end result. And so that painting was from that workshop. Yeah, we were at it, like 8, 9 hours a day, 10 hours a day. It was very fun.
Well, are these, you said something about dyeing your material.
Oh,
And so I'm looking at these and I'm going, well, do you start with a plain piece of material? Do you dye a background?
you're looking at these, thinking that?
No, you're on the wall.
That's
on the wall.
paper, isn't that?
Oh, yeah, that's paper. Oh, that's paint on paper.
Okay, so
Paintings
the,
are all paintings.
But those up there you have done.
so the dye, what is the background piece?
No, the dyeing comes in with the costuming and belly dance.
Oh,
Because, I was into making costumes, and I guess I found out I have a little aptitude for making costumes. And, they all have to match. Everything has to be the right colors. So I ended
so
up
is
dyeing a
there
lot of
something here that you,
that I dyed, that I can point to that I dyed? Yeah. Some of the fabric in this one, some of the purple, and some of these up here, all of these up here actually are my veils for dance, and I've dyed all of them except this brown piece, which is just a piece of fabric. And while we're on the subject of dyeing, I was asking Donna and Lucille, do you know what this is? It's a dye stick dye. Dye, you know what it is? Of course it is, because look, it's got dye on the end of it. Because when you got a big bunch of fabric, in a big pot, you've got to stir it, and you've got to lift it up and get it out of the pot somehow into the washing machine so you can, rinse it. And so that's what this is.
Better than your hands.
Yeah, it's hot, it's hot water.
This looks like red onion skins, is it?
No, it's Rit. It's Rit, but I'm gonna be putting together a natural fibers dye workshop later in the summer if you're interested. You might be interested in that. Annette Kautzer and Sandy Young are gonna be working with me to do some natural fibers. What did you say? What did you think it was?
What did you think? I said, well, you pounded in the brain.
Well, that would have been a good,
The tip is a little darker.
I thought she was stirring the grapes that were fermenting.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good guess. That was a good guess.
Well, very nice.
Well, thank you.
But I want to go and see the other room.
She's going to
Is that sorghum in there yours?
Yes, that's another one of my sticks.
Are you
growing
growing
stick?
sorghum?
No, but I used to be able to buy it.
Yeah.